Okay, everyone, today you just need a mat and a bar, a golf club, a baseball bat, a hockey stick, whichever tool, maybe a tennis racket, a badminton racket, whatever tool we are using to warm up these shoulders and get mobility going. Okay, so here is our shoulder mobility program. You're going to start at the back of your mat. We're doing 5 of these. We're going to hinge forward, knees bent tiny little bit. You're slowly going to walk yourself out. So you find the floor however you need to. We walk ourselves all the way out, hands under shoulders, shoulders, hips, feet, nice straight line. Push away from the floor, strong through tummy and back. And then we're going to push back, knees bend, head between biceps, so biceps by ears, butt towards the ceiling, heels towards the ground. Breathe, roll back into plank, actively push away from the floor, and walk, walk, walk. So push yourself back and hang. We have 4 more of those. Make sure you're breathing. We're going to walk out. Now, this is not about how fast we are going. We are doing range of motion while warming up, while strengthening. Actively push away from the floor. Shoulders, hips, feet, nice straight line. Push really strong. Biceps by ears. Heels towards the floor. Butt towards your heels. Actively push through shoulders. Really strong back into plank. Breathe. Push, 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 push. And back to hang. 3 more. Okay, we're not speeding up. We're not going quicker. Slow and controlled. Hands under shoulders. Actively push from here. Butt towards our feet. Knees bend. Chest towards thighs. Biceps between ears. Really strong active push through those hands. Back into plank. Hands under shoulders. Shoulders, hips, feet. Straight line. And walk. So as I'm walking, I'm lifting one hand and then the other back to plank. Now, I'm a terrible counter, so I think we have 2 left. Okay. If not, well, we're doing 2 more. Hands under shoulders. Strong in that plank position. From here, we're pushing ourselves backwards. Chest towards our thighs, butt towards heels. Head between our arms. Really actively push through that upper body. Breathe back into plank, really strong push away from the floor, and we walk all the way back. Now you're also going to get a nice big strong stretch down the back of those legs. Last one here. I mean, a little leg stretch is never bad. Okay, all the way out, hands under shoulders. Shoulders, hips, feet, straight line. From here, we're going to push strong. You should feel those shoulders starting to warm up. We should be starting to feel a deeper range of motion. Back into plank. Last walk back. Walk, 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 and walk. Now, all the way up for me. Okay, if at any time we need some water, grab some water. I'm going to go, we're coming all the way down on the mat, and I'm going to go with my back to you for this first one so you can see what my shoulders are doing. We will go left elbow on the floor, and we're doing this 3 times. So left elbow on the mat. Okay, my elbows right underneath my shoulders, shoulders, hips, bottom knee, nice straight line. If you can, I'm going to demo with both legs straight. We're going to bring that arm behind our back, that right arm, that top arm behind our back. Okay, so from here, we're going to reach that arm as far as it wants to come around our spine and torso. Then our hips are popping up, our arms coming up. We're going to come for a nice, big, strong reach over, and I'm trying to really push hips towards the ceiling as my hand comes down towards the floor. And then arm reaches towards the ceiling, hips start to lower, hand comes all the way back behind my back, reaching towards spine, push away from the floor, strong through chest and shoulders, big stretch. 2 more like that. Okay, so I'm pushing through my foot, I'm pushing through my elbow, I'm lifting my hips, I'm lifting my arm, I'm reaching all the way up and over, trying to find the floor above my head, and then arm all the way up, and I come all the way down, hips rest, hand comes behind my back, and I try to find that maybe shoulder blade. Some of you may have more flexibility than me, and all the way up to spine. Last one here, push through elbow, lift those hips, lift that arm, big, big, strong reach, try to find the floor. Good, slow control, really control. Make sure that left elbow is right under our shoulder, and down we come. Amazing. So that was our 3. Okay, so next one. We have 6 of these. Again, if you need a drink, grab a drink. Legs are bent, heels are into the floor. Hands are going to come behind. So on this one, palms are going to face backwards. We're going to lift up into tabletop. So from here, shoulders, hips, knees, nice straight line. And then I'm going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg, reach. Slowly bring that foot and hand back down to the floor. Rest our bum. Good. From there, we're alternating sides. So pushing through heels of hands, digging through heels of my feet. I lift my glutes, look up towards the ceiling. I'm going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg. Slow control on that down. And I drop those hips. We have 4 more. Now, if it's challenging having those wrists out, you can turn your hands to the side, or we can come and have palms forward. So whatever works for you. All right, here we go. Number 3, we're going to dig through those heels. I'm lifting my glutes, chest is out, look towards the ceiling, slow control on that reach, slow control on the down, and slowly lower those glutes. So this is strength and warm up, right? It's dynamic range of motion and mobility for those shoulders. Okay, so push through heels, chest up, glutes up, opposite arm, opposite leg, reach, get long, stay balanced, fight for that slow and control on the down, hips back down towards the floor, come to rest if you need to, stretch out those wrists, 1 more each side, we got this. Okay. Push through the heels of the hands, dig through heels of feet. We lift up those glutes. We have arm and leg, opposite arm, opposite leg, reach, look towards the ceiling. Slow control on that down. Lower hips. And we're going right into it. Last one for me, big strong up, working all through our back side. Opening up through shoulder, lengthening out through our arms, through our leg. Hand comes back down, opening up through wrist, and down we come. Okay, you get to lay all the way down on your back for a second. Grab your stick, baseball bat, golf club, hockey stick, whatever we have. We're laying all the way down. Okay, from here, hands as far as we can. So hands in line with elbows ideally, elbows in line with shoulders. And from here, we're gonna roll our bar towards the floor behind us. Do not move those elbows. And then slow control, roll that bar in. So it's a nice, easy open, slow and controlled, trying to get both those hands down towards the floor. Good. Control, 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 back to the middle. Now, on my in, so if you watch on, or if you see, have a little peek on my out, my shoulders stay in contact with the floor, the back of my hands come gently to the ground. But then as I come in, my shoulders really lift off the floor and I start to arch a little bit through my back. That's how tight my shoulders are. But we're just warming them up, right? We're getting them going. This is warming up rotator cuff for us. Good control on the open. And so I don't want you to force it. I want them to go wherever they can at the moment. And the more you do this, the more range of motion you're going to have. Here's our last one. We're going to come all the way back up. And perfect. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Now, we are going into that shoulder rotation again, and this time I'll face you. So right arm is on the floor, elbow right under shoulder, and our hands nice and relaxed. From here, that left arm is now going behind our back. You can go straight leg or bent, right? We have 3 of these. So hands coming behind our back, really strong through planted arm. As I lift my hips, my arm's going to float all the way up, and I'm really going to push those hips towards the ceiling, and I'm arching over like a nice big rainbow, and then arm reach, 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 reach. Slowly lower those hips, and hands going to come up behind our back. So we're strengthening, warming up that arm on the floor, and opening, working through range of motion on that top arm. Okay, number 2. All right, and it has not eluded me to the fact that we are getting into side plank, that we're warming up our hips, that we're warming up our back. Again, this is a dynamic warm up. So we're trying to warm everything up, getting us ready to go. It just happens to have a shoulder focus. Last one here. So nice big up for me. Big, big, big reach. Think of that hand coming down towards the floor. Think of those hips pushing up towards the ceiling, strong through arm on the ground. Slow control on that lower. And hand comes behind that back, and we try to find our shoulder blade. Okay, last one. Here we go. All right, I'm going to step towards you. We're coming all the way up. Grab a drink if you need it. Nice, big, long step forward. Okay, my feet are on 2 skis, not on a tightrope. I'm going to bring elbow. So both hands are onto the floor. I'm going to think of elbow coming all the way down towards the floor, knees in line with my heel, and then my same hand as the foot that's forward, I'm going to reach up. So I'm rotating towards my front leg, reach towards the ceiling, look up towards the ceiling, come all the way down, elbow towards the floor, and then tiny little rotation to that opposite side. Okay, now we have 3. I just needed to move my left foot out just a touch to open up my hips a little bit. If this is too much from your elbow, good, slowly lower that hand down, and we'll rotate that opposite direction. This one I'm really tight on. Need to work on that a lot. If that is too much, we're going to come up on our hands instead of elbows. So same pattern, I float that arm up, I rotate towards my front leg, I follow my hand with my eyes. This is the last one on this side, and then same hand on the floor, same foot on the floor, and I have a much better range of motion as I lift that opposite arm up towards the ceiling, and then back down. Okay, come on out of that. Yes, I know, working that hip, working that front hip and back hip while opening up through torsos and shoulders. Last 3 on this side. Other foot forward. Long stride. Feet are staggered. We're going to bend that front knee, bring both those hands down, and then I'm going to open that foot up just a tiny little bit. If you can, knee in line with heel, if we can, we get those elbows down towards the floor. Okay, from here, I'm going to reach really strong, rotate towards that front leg, hand up towards the ceiling, follow it with my eyes if I can, slowly lower it down, and we're going to open up. So really think of opening up. That same elbows on the floor as that front foot. I'm a little bit better on this side, but really not good. You see my knee drops out, really tight. Good, open, same arm as that front leg. Now, as I say, I'm really tight and I'm still working through it. It doesn't hurt. I'm not forcing it. Good. Other arm. I'm not forcing it. I'm not making it do something it doesn't want to do. I am just tighter on that pattern, and it's something I need to work on. Last one here. Same arm as that front leg. Rotate up, eyes towards the ceiling. You might be noticing that you're getting a little bit further, which is hopefully our goal. And last one here. At any time, right? You can be up on your hands as opposed to your elbows. Good, hand back down. Okay, from there, you should be warm. Entire body should be warm. Temperature should be up. We should be nice, loosey-goosey through shoulders. You did an amazing job. Grab a drink. Good work.